Hello, welcome here to another video on the Urban Voice, and today we're going to talk about something that is very important in the business. We've been making a series of videos about business, about how to start, about thinking, about even preparing how to start. But then we haven't tackled the most important thing in a business, and that is a customer. So in this video, we're going to talk about how many types of customers do exist in the business world, and actually we're going to define who is a customer and what importance it holds in your business. So you stay tuned, we'll be right back. Well, you've heard it. I know you've heard it. Somebody said the customer is the boss. But then, how does the customer become the boss of your business? Because you started the business. Well, in most cases, we're wrong to think that because we started the business as the business belonged to us, or because we started an entity, that entity belongs to us. Actually, it doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the customers that we started the business for. Or these guys are going to buy our products, we're going to buy our services. These are the guys who the business belongs to. That is where the saying comes from, that the customer is the boss. When you go around the internet, you can find a lot of definitions who is the customer, so you can go down and understand exactly what the customer is. So let's go directly to the main point of this video. Who is the customer? Customer is any person or any company that buys a service or product from any other company or from an individual, and that is simply what they call a customer. But what importance does he have to the business? What importance or what place does he carry in your business? Where does he fall in your business? So let's go down first to understand how many types of customers do exist in the business. When you go down, as I told you, you make research over the internet, you can find a lot of definitions and a lot of types of customers that exist in the business. But actually, I've zeroed down to 5 or kind of like 6 types of customers that we're going to talk about in this video. So let's start with the first one. The first one is the potential customer, the customer that is likely to be. You actually do not have this customer, so he lies in there and is not decided. With this customer, you need a lot of work because you need to convince him to be part of your company, to be part of your product, because he's not yet part of it. So this is a very important customer. It's customer number 1 that we're going to be looking at. That person you haven't received yet, but he's looking at your business. He sees what you produce, he sees your services, and actually is thinking, can I go for this or can I go for this? But actually he's going to decide because you're going to put some effort on that and you're going to convince him to come aboard and get your service or get your product. This is the potential customer. Customer number 2. Well, customer number 2 is the customer that has decided himself, that made up his mind to be part of your business or part of your service. This is the new customer. The new customer needs you to understand that he is there and he's decided to be part of your business, part of your service, and you need to do one thing. You need to satisfy. You need to make sure that he gets what he's been waiting for all this time, or what he expects of you, of your company, of your service, so that he goes out satisfied and he comes back. Make sure that he gets the service as he expects it. You have to beat the expectations. If he's expecting 100%, you're gonna make sure he gets 200% of that service or that product that you're given. That is customer number 2. Let's go down to customer number 3. Customer number 3 is the person who really comes to your business, but they need a discount. They call them discount customers. These are the kind of customers, they're convinced that you have a nice product, they're convinced that you have a nice service, but actually they need you to knock down on the prices. These kind of customers are very tricky because they know you have the service, they know you have the product, and they actually think that the price you put in on your product is a little bit much, so they need you to put down a discount so that they can come on board and buy your product. That's customer number 3. That is called a discount customer. When he drops on your doorstep, all you have to do is to convince yourself that you can knock down some few cents, some few dollars on the product, on the service that you're selling, so that you can sell him, or maybe he can become your new customer, and then as we go on, he can become your loyal customer. So customer number 4, that takes us to a customer who's your loyal customer. This is the kind of customer who keeps on coming to your product, keeps on coming to your service, it keeps coming on for your service, he buys your products and is convinced that you are the right person. You need to use this person because that person who is a loyal customer is going to be your ambassador out there, ambassador for your brand, and he's going to tell other people how your product performs in the market, how he has used your product and is satisfied with what is taken and with your services. So you have to use the opportunity that he's confessed and you give him more satisfaction so that he goes out there and he becomes a brand ambassador and he sells your product. That is the kind of customer number 4. Let's go down to the customer number 5. Number 5 is the customer that is impulsive, a customer who buys, a customer who doesn't really need to be your loyal customer. This is the first time he's in your store, the first time he's taking your service in your office, but actually he decides to buy. He's impulsive. He wants to buy. He knows what he wants to use. These kind of customers are very tricky too because you need to keep them. You need to convince them, however much they've decided so much easy for you, you need to convince them that actually they've done the right choice. They've done the right choice to buy or to take your services. This is the customer number 5. And lastly, but not least, this is the customer number 6. Listen, customer number 6. Customer number 6 is the unsatisfied customer. Well, you didn't expect me to say that. Customer number 6 is the unsatisfied customer. The customer who bought your service, who took your products, and he came back because he's not satisfied, because he doesn't get the real value of your product or your service. This customer is very dangerous because he can take away the all 5 customers that we've mentioned before. He can take them away because he can convince them how bad you are. That is why it's last on the list, and that is why it's very important on the list, because he can take away everyone. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. All you have to do is to make sure that you ask for a chance, to make sure that you can correct your mistake. When you ask your chance to correct your mistake, that's if you get that chance from this kind of customer, you have to make sure that you satisfy 300%. You have to give everything to this customer, that this time he gets to be satisfied and he gets out of your room or your office, your service, or whatever you might be selling out to him, that he gets satisfaction from your product, satisfaction from your service. That is the most dangerous customer. So you make sure you handle him or her with a lot of care. So you need to be very, very careful, because if he goes out of your door without getting the satisfaction, you face the music, and you face the music in terms of losing customers who might come to you. And back to the first line where we had the potential customer, you make sure you also put a lot of effort to that person, convince him to come on board, so that you make sure that you do your magic and you do the convincing when he gets to the product as he expects. I felt it's very important for us to make this kind of video so that you can make sure that you go down and you actually understand what is the customer and where does he fall in your business, what importance he does have in the business, and actually how you can retain the customer in your business. Well, that's all I had for you. If you really enjoyed this video, give me a like. If you also like this video, give me a subscription down below, and you can also go on and tap the notification button. That means if you tap the notification button, you'll be receiving the videos as I produce them. The first day I produce them, they'll come into your email and you get to enjoy the first all the good information that I produce here firsthand. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.